Happy HIKEATHON Day 1. In case you somehow missed it, HIKEATHON is my nature spring physical movement themed readathon. Today is the first day, so this is the start of a new reading vlog. I will link all the information about HIKEATHON down below in the description and any videos related up in the card. I'm going to be posting these vlogs every 2 to 3 days, so if you're seeing this, it shouldn't be too late to join in. If you want to hop in a little bit late, that's perfectly fine. So this is day 1. It's 8 a.m. on a Monday morning. I'm about to head out the door to go to work today. Mondays are the only days that I don't work from home for the most part. So I did get up early today. I posted a bunch of things on Instagram. I shared everybody's HIKEATHON TBR photos. You should have seen mine at the beginning of this clip. We've got quite a few people joining in so far. This is always my smallest readathon. I think people get intimidated by the physical challenges and the title, and I think they think that it's got to be like more intense than it needs to be, but it can be as easy as you want. And I think I did a better job explaining that this year because we have a lot more people interested in joining, and it's really, really fun. So make sure you're following on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl and using the hashtag HIKEATHONREAD to like see everything that's happening as well. So this morning, after I did all of my posting business, I started a book. I only had like 10 minutes to read before I needed to start getting ready for work though. I have a little bit of a dilemma. I started Conspiracy of Stars by Olivia Cole. So this one is very cool. Octavia has only ever had one goal: to follow the footsteps of her parents and become a prestigious white coat, one of the scientists who study the natural wonders of Falave. I don't know how to pronounce the name of where they are. The secrets of the jungle's exotic plants and animals are protected fiercely in the labs by the Council of Intera. So when the rules suddenly change, allowing students inside, Octavia should be overjoyed. It's like a very loose description. It's got kind of a dystopian vibe about it. This one has a heavy like jungle atmosphere, nature vibe about it because they're studying this area where they are, but I did not realize that this is set on another planet. So I am torn now whether I should save this for HIKEATHON. This book does not have an audiobook, so it's one that I need to physically read, and there are quite a few that I want to physically read for this readathon, and I've not been physically reading very fast. So I put a poll up on Instagram. I'm gonna let you guys decide whether I should keep reading or switch to something else. But later today I am starting Grey Wolf Island because I'm buddy reading this with my friend Marie. I kind of want to keep up with her pace, so I don't want to like binge read this one, so I want to have 2 physical reads going. This one's really cool. It's like set on an island. The group of friends are going, and like one of their friends has passed, given them like a treasure map, find some treasure on this island, and I've been wanting to read it for a long time. So I think there might be like some murder that happens. We'll see. So I'm gonna start this later. And then my audiobook for today, or the first one at least, is Out of Breath by Blair Richmond. So I randomly found this one a couple weeks ago, and I have a whole list of books that I'm gonna buddy read with my friend Bella because we found a bunch that we were both interested in and we both could like get a hold of them. So this one's only a 4-hour audiobook, so it shouldn't take me too long. I should be able to get through it really, really quickly. I got about 30 minutes in and I'm not loving the narrator. She's kind of boring and dull, which happens with these like lesser known audiobooks. Since it's short, it should still be okay. This one sounds very fun though. Deep in the hills of Lithia brews an epic battle between evil and nature. 19-year-old Kat Jones has been a competitive runner since she was a young girl. After her mother's death, the path her life was supposed to take begins to crumble around her until one day she finds herself on the run in a literal sense. This time in a race for her very life. Kat's journey takes her to the Pacific Northwest town of Lithia, the place of her last good memories of the days when her mother was still alive. But soon after her arrival, strange things begin to happen in Lithia, and when one of her new friends disappears under mysterious circumstances, Kat begins to realize that Lithia's inhabitants are not all of this world. So she's also going to be like training for a race that's happening in this area. I think she's homeless at this point, so she's kind of in survival mode. And then I'm assuming that there's going to be vampires that show up. So I'm thinking like we've got a running / hiking setting in like a mountainy town with physical activity, possibly a game because of the race, and then also a supernatural element. And this is a trilogy, I believe. I will let you guys know. I'll probably finish this one while I'm at work today. I'm not going to have a lot of time to check in until I get back home. But after work today, I'm going to go on a hike somewhere with Ledge before I come all the way home. So we're trying to keep the energy and the vibes going today. So I will see you soon. So it is now 6 o'clock on Monday. I'm sorry I don't have a ton of B-roll today, but the rest of the week should be better. Updates on everything. Today, I read and completed Out of Breath by Blair Richmond. Thoughts on this? So, did not love the narrator, but she was doable. At first I thought I wasn't going to be able to binge listen to it because she was very dry and bland, but I was interested in the story enough and I knew it was short that it wasn't a problem. This was like a 4-hour audiobook, so it took me 2. So I really enjoyed the setting because they're in this town called Lithia and it's got like mountains and nature trails. Our main character is like kind of building a new life. She's like training for a race and she's going running and hiking a lot, and I like the nature setting. There's a lot of talk about nature. I think I'm liking the little romance slash love triangle that they're setting up, and I enjoyed the supernatural element because basically our main character is kind of running away from something in her past. She goes to this town where her mom is from. Her mom has passed and she goes to live in the town where she used to live, start a new life, and then this town kind of has like secrets and girls are like going missing and people are kind of disappearing, and they say there's like a bear in the woods, but there's obviously going to be something else. So I really liked that aspect when it got revealed. There's a castle in here that's really cool. The main thing that I didn't love about it is that the main character is vegan, which is great, but she talks about it a lot and is very opinionated about it, and it just kind of felt like the author was kind of trying to push agendas and ideologies on people, which is not my favorite. That got a little bit old, but it was also at the same time kind of funny with some of the plots in the book, which I can't say because it will spoil it, but it was in there kind of for a reason. I just felt like it was like a bit much and a little bit pushy. So that was my favorite. So it's probably like a 3.5 star. I probably will read the next book. If I feel the same way, I probably won't finish the series, although they're only like 4 hours, so they're super short. But I will read it sometime this week. They have updated the covers, and I'm so glad because this is what the old cover was. Not great, and I would not have picked it up if it didn't have such a cool cover. Then I started Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. So this one is very cool. We have our 2 main characters. They're like trying to get into college. I think they are just ex-best friends, but I originally thought that they were exes, and they are like no longer talking, and you're not really sure why, so we're kind of learning things as we go. And they wind up having to kind of come together to do this like wilderness survival competition type thing to earn some scholarship money. It like puts a group of 10 people together and they're put together in this and kind of have to get along again. So I'm really liking this. It's got like a frenemies to lovers kind of vibe about it, contemporary, and we just got to the part where they're like doing the competition and the survival part. They get clues to finding different things to complete the challenges, and I'm not exactly sure what all the components are. They're kind of getting revealed. Really enjoying it. The narrators for this one are incredible. Put them right here. They're British. I didn't know that the book was going to be like set in England. I think it's in England. That the characters were going to be British, which is fantastic. I'm really loving it. It's so good. It's really funny and like charming, and then we're getting this like competition aspect. It's got really good witty banter between all of the characters, not just the love interest, and I'm feeling some chemistry and some sparks, and I'm really picky with my contemporary, and we haven't even gotten that much into like the survivalist hiking parts, and I'm still very much enjoying it. So that is awesome. Then I haven't done much yet, but I'm going to read Grey Wolf Island tonight. I'm going to physically read it probably while Jeff plays video games or something. And then I'm going to read a graphic novel. I've got 2 right now, but I'm also going to spend tonight looking up some more graphic novels, some more like nature, spring, survival themed ones. I think I have 2. I think I have Honor Girl, which is set at camp, and Lumberjanes, which also I think is set at camp, which looks absolutely adorable. And I have several Lumberjanes. I really wanted to get Tea Dragon Society, but it didn't come in time, so we'll just see how it goes. So I don't think we're going to go on another hike tonight. I am feeling so sleepy today. That's probably going to be it update-wise, unless I wind up finishing another book. We'll just see how it goes. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2. I gotta sit down and figure out which trail I'm going to go hike at. Oh, the trail that we went on was okay. It was like for the new housing development, so it was just like a short little park, so it was only like a 25-minute walk. You could walk longer and like walk through the houses and stuff because it was kind of set up for like horseback riding, but we didn't do it this time. We just did like a 25-minute 1-mile walk. So tomorrow we'll do a real hike. Good morning and happy HIKEATHON day 2. So it's actually 10 o'clock on Tuesday. I got a little bit of a later start today. I've been up for a little bit, but I didn't get up at 6 like I wanted to. Fortunately, it's okay because I have a lot to share with you so far. So last night I got over halfway in Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. Loving it so much. I cannot wait to dive back into this today because they're going on like the adventure, like scavenger hunt trail type portion, and I'm really enjoying it. I read 50 pages of Grey Wolf Island. This is a buddy read that I'm doing with a friend, so I stopped after 50 pages because I didn't want to get too far ahead of her, and I have a ton of other physical things that I need to read too. So I am loving this so much. The first chapter, I was like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, I could not believe what happened in the first chapter. Like, I'm smiling about it because I was shocked, but it was like really sad. It was just really sad and surprising. But in this one, we have this mysterious Grey Wolf Island in Maine where there's supposedly this like lore that there is like treasure hidden, and our main character's sister was like obsessed with it and determined to like find the treasure, and she winds up passing away from being sick, and so our main character decides to kind of live her legacy for her and do this journey. She finds a secret treasure map, she gathers a ragtag team of characters, and she's gonna go and try and find this treasure, but it seems like there might be some like actual magic in here, and it's really mysterious because like everybody knows about the myth, and there are people that take it seriously and like try to find the treasure, and you don't know what the treasure is, and it just is so good. It's got all the vibes I'm wanting. It's like adventure, mysterious. I'm sure they're gonna have to do some survival things in here, and then a treasure as well. And I'm so annoyed. Hold on. I am so annoyed because I tore apart my shelves trying to find books with maps in them, mostly for videos to do like recommendations, but I was trying to find one for myself because I didn't have one for that prompt, because all of my books with maps are like really high fantasy or even some of my space reads, and I just wasn't wanting to read any of them. So I actually ordered Wranglestone from eBay because I knew this had a map, and it's like a zombie survivalist nature western type read, and I know that one had a map, and it was one of the only ones I was interested in, and I want it for taking pictures as well. So I have that one on the way. But as I was reading Grey Wolf Island, how did I miss this? I don't know. It has a map and it's fabulous. So I'm already reading my book with a map category. So I have it in this dust jacket cover, which is like my new favorite thing ever. My friend Marie, who I'm buddy reading this with, sent 2 of these to me, and they are just like kind of like book sleeves, but they go over the jacket instead, and I'm loving them because you can keep the dust jacket on. I didn't in this case because this one's just a little bit smaller and I couldn't quite get it in there. But the other one I have is really good, and they come in different sizes, so it's really cute. I need one more HIKEATHON appropriate, but I think I like these better than book sleeves because they're like protected still, but you don't have to like take the book in and out. You can just leave it in here. So 50 pages into this, love. I got halfway through Lumberjanes, my first graphic novel of the readathon. This is adorable and I'm loving it. So this one's actually written by Indy Stevens, who wrote Nimona, that I absolutely loved. It might be my favorite graphic novel. It's about a girl that teams up with like a master villain, and she kind of annoys him in his lair as he's like trying to like take over the world. I really enjoyed it, and I really liked the art style. This one is illustrated by a different artist, so it's just written by the same person, but they're very similar. And this is a huge like 20 book graphic novel series. This one's basically set at like a more hardcore Girl Scout. So it's Lumberjanes, and the girls learn how to like do things in the woods and in nature. So they're like kayaking and they're camping and all this stuff. But this one has a magical element, and they discover this like a kitten holy and a magical bear mother and all this stuff, and the art is really cool, and you're following 5 girls, and it's got all the nature like camping elements. They're like kayaking and they're going in caves, chasing bald eagles, and it's really fun, and it's perfect for HIKEATHON. So loving this, and I just ordered a bunch more nature graphic novels from the library also. Then, because I kicked off day 1 so good, I decided to start another book after I read 50 pages of Grey Wolf Island, because that went super fast. So I started The Island at the End of the World by Austin Aslin. I've been wanting to read this for 1 or 2 HIKEATHON. So this is set in Hawaii, and there's like a tsunami and apocalypse type situation, and then this teenage girl and her dad have to like survive and try and find their way home. And this is a duology. I read 120 pages of this last night. Cheers. all around. I'm so proud of myself. First of all, it's going incredibly quickly, but it is a very high stakes. So our main character has like epilepsy, and she is going to a different island in Hawaii to get some treatment done. Basically like a test subject for this new medication that they're trying to do. And so she's going to this different part of the island to get her tests done and new medication. And while they're over there, this like apocalypse happens. So her and her dad have to try and find their way back to their original island. So it's really fast paced, very action packed, and I'm so enjoying it. And it seems like there might be a small like magical element, which is fantastic because I was not expecting that. I was expecting like a straightforward survival read, but it seems like there might be a little mythical, magical, maybe Hawaiian gods type element in here. We're getting little hints. So I'm loving this so much. I think I'm going to go order a second book. I got this one off eBay last year because it's a little bit on the older side. 2014, so almost 10 years old. And this is young adult. Most of the books I'm reading are young adult. I think I have like one or two. But also, when reading this last night, it also has a map. My husband was in the other room playing video games, and I opened this book up and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. And he came running in. He's like, what's happening? And I was like, there's another dang map I missed. Like I literally probably wouldn't have ordered Wranglestone if I'd known that like both of these have maps in them. But at least now I have one for picture taking. Really enjoying this, and I'm probably going to highly recommend this for hike-a-thons in the future. All right, then the last thing I have to show you is Trails, that I got this game. I ordered it from Target because if you have the Target app, you will get a very small amount, but cash back from buying things at Target. So, and you don't have to have a credit card because I don't like to do that. You just get cash back for using their app and buying things. So I will try and find things, like if I can find them at Target, and the online store has a lot more than the in-person store. So I found this at Target and I bought this. It's Trails, basically literally a game about hiking. It's actually more complicated than I thought it would be. Usually when they come in tiny boxes like this, they're like just card games, but this has like literal little pieces in it and dice, and it has, I'll show you later better when we play, but it has little tiny hiking people. Let's be honest, that's why I bought it. But it's really inexpensive too. This was only 20 bucks, which is not bad for a card game. But keep an eye because Black Friday is like the best time to buy games because almost all of them go on sale across the board, like at Target and Walmart and Amazon, and also Target during the year will do like buy one get one free or buy one get one 20% off games and toys. So I will like find games that I want to play, especially for like readathons and holidays, and I'll add them to a wish list, and when I see them going on sale somewhere, I'll buy them like in advance. I didn't find a deal on this one, but I love this. So let me know if you think I should add a currently playing graphic to the readathons, because Jeff likes to play video games, and then I always like to get a board game or play a board game or card game that matches the theme for the readathon. So let me know if you think I should add that graphic. For Galaxy-a-thon, I added a currently watching, and everybody seems to like that one. I feel like I've been talking for forever. So I'm gonna clean the house a little bit, I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna make a decision on which trail Ledge and I are gonna hike at today. And I will keep listening to Highly Suspicious, and then I have a buddy read that I'm starting after that. So I'm hoping to finish Highly Suspicious and another short read today as well. But so far, going great, having a great time. Hope you guys are too. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I had to wait at the house for a while because we had an insurance guy come take pictures because we switched our insurance over for our house. But now it is 2 o'clock and Ledge and I are going to go on a hike. I'm going to go to the little used bookstore over here. And then also there was like this flea market thing that we went to on Mother's Day, and they had this mushroom house mug, like it looked like a house, but it was a mushroom, and I really wanted it and I didn't get it. Figured it would be fun to come get during hike-a-thon. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch audiobooks. I only have an hour left of Highly Suspicious, but my friend Bella and I were supposed to buddy read House at the Bottom of the Lake today, and she's already finished it since I'm like a little slower on my reading today, and I want to read that while I'm walking. Highly Suspicious is good, but we haven't had as much of the nature aspect as I was wanting. It's been more about the characters and the romance, which is fine, but I'm wanting a little bit more of vibiness. And honestly, I don't know much. The House at the Bottom of the Lake, I know Books and Lala talked about it. Sometimes we match up, but usually we have opposite tastes. But whatever she said about it was like appealing to me. I'm worried it's going to be a little scary, but Bella said it wasn't. That's what we're going to start. So I'm going to go to the bookstore, go get my mug, and then go for a hike. There's like a fun nature preserve over here that we're going to go to. Okay, so we're at the nature reserve. I'm listening to House at the Bottom of the Lake, near a lake. It's really good so far. It's young adult, I think, which I was not expecting. And basically a couple kids are going to their uncle's cabin. I don't know if they're related or not yet. And I think they're gonna discover that they found a house at the bottom of the lake. So they're gonna go explore. Ledge, you can't get in the water, buddy. Home. I gardened a little bit. I have dinner on the stove. I'm making ramen tonight, even though it's a little warm for that. I had a chicken I needed to use up. That trail we went to is like a reserve and it's very small. So again, I didn't do a big hike today, but I'm either gonna do a bigger one tomorrow or Thursday. And I know we're doing 1 to 2 big hikes this weekend. So not that it matters. I just want to myself. All right, Jeff called, so I don't remember what I was talking about. Anyway, reading update. I have an hour left in Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute, and they're getting ready to do like the 2nd or 3rd like trail challenge, so I'm kind of excited about the end. It's a very, very cute young adult rom-com. One of the better ones that I've read. It's very witty and funny. I think they're in Scotland. I think I was wrong about it being in England. I'm not really sure what's happening, but it's very good. I like the narrators. I wish there was a little bit more about the nature competition, but I think I might get that in a different book that I'm doing a little later, so fingers crossed. But it is a good rom-com overall, so if you want like a fun young adult rom-com, would recommend. Okay, so then I completed House at the Bottom of the Lake by Josh Malerman. This was a 4-hour audio, so just a really short novella. This is considered a horror adult novella, not young adult, and I did not find it scary or like too gruesome or anything like that. Definitely has a little bit of adult content, even though we're following some teenagers, and it's got a very creepy vibe about it, but I really enjoyed it. These novellas tend to end a little bit abruptly. Like I wish I had just a little bit more from it, but it's kind of supposed to be whimsical and leave it up to interpretation. But I really enjoyed this. The vibes of like the underwater house were so good. Like really, really great. I also realized this is the author of The Bird Box, which I have never read because I'm scared of it, but now I kind of want to. I don't know. Let me know if you think it would be like too scary or if it's just kind of like a vibe. I feel like Bird Box would kind of work for HIKEATHON as well, right? Then I started, because for some reason I wanted to try something new, Children of Eden by Joey Graceffa, because this has been on my HIKEATHON TBR for like 2 years. So I was like, we need to get one, first of all, that I physically own down and one that has been on my TBR for a while. So this is about us destroying the earth in the future, and we've created this like dome life experience where it's very protective. We are trying to get a certain amount of people, I think, to like possibly travel to another planet or to complete this kind of mission or release back out to Earth or something. I don't know yet. And because of that, they have limited population to 1 kid per family until they meet this quota. And then our main character's family had twins secretly, and she is the one that has to hide and basically not live a full life because they can't know about her or they would probably like kill her off or something. But she's coming of age and she's getting ready to kind of have to go out on her own and figure things out in this crazy world. She has kaleidoscope eyes, which will like give her away as not being a member of Eden. So another survival read. I am enjoying it so far. I'm only an hour in. so not very far in. Probably won't do a whole lot else tonight because I'm going to switch to physically reading. That is what's up. And at the bookstore, I got 2 books. I got the Ichabod by J.K. Rowling because I've never read this. I believe it's middle grade, adventure-y, and don't really know much else about what it's about, but I've had a hard time finding this for a cheaper price. So got this one, I think it was $4. I found Deep Light by Frances Harding, which is really awesome because this is one that's been on my list for Mermaid Marathon because this is, I think, a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea retelling. And I just realized that this is an ARC copy, so that's kind of cool. I got this at the library bookstore. Then I got my mug, which is so cute. Now, I talk about this a lot in my home decor hauls when I do those around the holidays. I usually don't like mugs that are like a cheaper ceramic. I like to get stoneware mugs, but if they're like freaking adorable, then I will get them. So this is a full little like fairy house. This one is ceramic, so it's a lot more delicate, and it says Cup of Happy on the inside. So I'm going to be careful with this one. I might even just use it like on my shelves or for bookmarks. I don't know, but we're going to take a picture with it later this week for the reading challenges. Okay, so that is it for now. I'm not sure what we're doing tonight. We might go do a night walk somewhere. We might just sit and read again. We might play the game. I'll let you guys know, and then I will wrap this vlog up and we'll start a new vlog fresh tomorrow. So I'll see you in a minute. I forgot to sign off last night, so I just wanted to pop in here real quick and say this is the end of the first round of reading vlogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.